Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for September 4th. My name is Kurt L. from Albuquerque, New Mexico. AA thoughts for the day. Unity. Moved by the spirit of anonymity, we try to give up our natural desires for personal distinction as AA members, both among fellow alcoholics and before the general public. As we lay aside these very human aspirations, we believe that each of us takes part in the weaving of a protective mantle which covers our whole society and under which we may grow and work in unity. We are sure that humility, expressed by anonymity, is the greatest safeguard that Alcoholics Anonymous can ever have. 12 Steps in 12 Traditions, page 187. Thought to consider. To help each other is to help ourselves. Acronyms. Denial. Don't even notice I am lying. Just for today. Conditional recovery from steering clear of emotional entanglements. Another caution. Tying our sobriety to someone we are emotionally involved with proves flatly disastrous. I'll stay sober if so-and-so does this or that, puts an unhealthy condition on our recovery. We have to stay sober for ourselves no matter what other people do or fail to do. We should remember, too, that intense dislike also is an emotional entanglement, often a reversal of past love. We need to cool any overboard feeling, lest it flip us back into the drink. Living Sober, pages 61-62. Daily Reflections. Reconstruction. Yes, there is a long period of reconstruction ahead. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 83. The reconstruction of my life is the prime goal in my recovery, as I avoid taking that first drink, one day at a time. The task is most successfully accomplished by working the steps of our fellowship. The spiritual life is not a theory. It works, but I have to live it. Step 2 started me on my journey to develop a spiritual life. Step 9 allows me to move into the final phase of the initial steps, which taught me how to live a spiritual life. Without the guidance and strength of a higher power, it would be impossible to proceed through the various stages of reconstruction. I realize that God works for me and through me. Proof comes to me when I realize that God did for me what I could not do for myself, by removing that gnawing compulsion to drink. I must continue daily to seek God's guidance. He grants me a daily reprieve and will provide the power I need for reconstruction. As Bill sees it. Have you experimented? Since open-mindedness and experimentation are supposed to be the indispensable attributes of our scientific civilization, it seems strange that so many scientists are reluctant to try out personally the hypotheses that God came first and man afterward. They prefer to believe that man is the chance product of evolution, that God, the Creator, does not exist. I can only report that I have experimented with both concepts, and that, in my case, the God concept has proved to be a better basis for living than the man-centered one. Nevertheless, I would be the first to defend your right to think as you will. I simply ask the question, in your own life, have you ever really tried to think and act as though there might be a God? Have you experimented? Letter 1950. Big Book quote. I knew from that moment that I had an alcoholic mind. I saw that willpower and self-knowledge would not help in those strange mental blank spots. I had never been able to understand people who said that a problem had them hopelessly defeated. I knew then it was a crushing blow. Alcoholics Anonymous, 4th edition. More about alcoholism, page 42. 24 hours a day. AA thought for the day. We must be careful never to show intolerance or hatred of drinking as an institution. Experience shows that such an attitude is not helpful to anyone. We are not fanatics or intolerant of people who can drink normally. Prospects are relieved when they find we are not witch burners. Temperate drinking is okay, but we alcoholics can't get away with it. And no alcoholic likes to be told about alcohol by anyone who hates it. We shall be of little use if our attitude is one of bitterness or hostility. Do I have tolerance for those who can drink normally? Meditation for the day. Do not become encumbered by petty annoyances. Never respond to emotional upsets by emotional upset. Try to keep calm in all circumstances. Try not to fight back. Call on the grace of God to calm you when you feel like retaliating. Look to God for the inner strength to drop those resentments that drag you down. If you are burdened by annoyances, you will lose your inward peace and the Spirit of God will be shut out. Try to keep peaceful within. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may do the things that make for peace. I pray that I may have a mission of conciliation. Hazelton Foundation, P.O. Box 176, Center City, Minnesota 55012. My name is Kurt L., and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952, 1957, 1967, 1973, 1975, 1976, 1980, 1981, 1984, 1985, 1988, 1990, or 2001.